I would never read this under any circumstances. This man, C Ra McGuirt of Penny Dreadful Press, he had written letters to me and I had written responses, and this is a poem that I thought would be a great introduction to him. But he's not here, so I'm not going to be able to read it. This is for C Ra, and the poem is called For C Ra. This is a man, a thinking man. He wants to be condemned to hell for a change. He feels the plight of too many. He is blamed too much. These are the words of a man. Remember this, my friends. This is a man, a thinking man with feelings. This is his pain. This is his strength. Does he know that this is how he is supposed to feel? He lives life so fully that it ages him. Remember this, my friends. This is a man. I was just pulling things out. No Poem is a book that is out from C Ra McGuirt. I love to say that. C Ra McGuirt, my little sun god himself. C Ra McGuirt. And this is a book that he just had released from Scars Publications, because back in the day he had so many pieces published from CC&D magazine that we just thought we should be able to put them together and do a book for him. And we happen to have issues here that have covers. They're colored. Some of the copies, we even have copies that have the color covers in the pages themselves. Is awesome. It's double plus awesome because the pages are thick and everything. No Poem is actually a series of poems. No Poem 1, 2, 3, and maybe 4. I can't remember because I'm old. But this is a really cool book, and I'm going to read a couple. I love this one. On Earth as It Is, page 112 of No Poem from C Ra McGuirt. Poetry is only the prayer of a desperate God. Yes, thank you, C Ra. All right, I've got
On Earth as It Is.
On Earth as It Is. Oh, and I heard somebody even talking about this one. Out of this book, I heard somebody say this one, I won't do, you can't. I'm not going to read that one because it's Red Cross, but I like this one. You can never be too rich or thin. I liked picking this short one, so. A certain rich man died and entered into hell. Being in torment, he lifted up his eyes and begged one drop of water. In heaven, Karen Carpenter shook her shrunken head and sadly smiled. Because I would read them. Oh, I wanted to do this one. And it's not Sam Hagen's Sky, that's not one. I know that he read that one in the end of '09, but this one is something that he actually wrote in high school. And he sent this to me, and I'm like, I'm going to put it in. And it was in the October '09 issue, V201 of CC&D. Cool little pumpkin on it. This is Cigarette Poem. Staring at the window of a Friday homeward bus, I saw a cigarette butt lying in the gutter and thought, it's there, but it's not doing anything. Then I gazed into the window and saw my own reflection looking out. But thank you, we're going to take a quick break, and thank you all very much. We'll be back in just a second. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If everyone here doesn't know, this is C Ra McGuirt of Penny Dreadful Press. He is usually known in Tennessee, but he happens to be in the middle of nowhere in Canada. And if you think it's cold here, he's like, oh, this is fine. I don't need gloves. I'm all cool walking down the street here. So, ladies and gentlemen, C Ra McGuirt of Penny Dreadful Press. He has just released a book that is released from Scars Publications. C Ra, Scars Publications, and it has a bunch of poems of his from CC&D magazine. And just today and only today, we've got like 2 copies available, and it would be available to anybody if you want a signature. Hi. Yeah, here, you know, he does talk.
Where in Tennessee?
Nashville.
Nashville area.
I lived in Nashville.
Yeah, I used to run a poetry reading at Windows on the Cumberland.
Cool bar.
About 7 years, and during that, I, you know, the way this hooks up with everything else, it's about a poetry reading. So I figured that would be, you know, okay.
Okay, you have done the catch-all. So sort of like my poem, you might say, well, this is in English like that.
Yeah.
It's a good catch-all. It works. You don't ask for much here. This is Chicago. We're used to nothing.
Well, I was told, you know, back when I was in Nashville, you know, if you go to Chicago, you're going to have to impress the big dogs. So, you know, I'll do the best I can.
Actually, it's not so much big dogs, it's just a bunch of bitches.
But this is based on my experience of co-hosting an open mic reading in Nashville for 7 years. It's called Open Mic Reading Poet number 23. These are a few of the 400 poems I wrote during summer vacation. This first poem seems to be about something. It's actually about something else entirely. Anyway, I hope you liked it. Thank you. Thank you very much. A little background on this next poem. I don't believe in spending a lot of time explaining my poems. I'd rather spend the same time in explaining how I don't believe in spending a lot of time explaining my poems. Thank you. Thank you very much. Politically correct poem. Racism, war, and polluting the planet is bad. So don't do it. Thank you. Thank you very much. This particular poem is short. Thank you. Thank you very much. Do I have time for anything else? No? Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.